chamada, chamada na cena. Marcada, chamada, chamada, chamada na cena. Marcada, chamada, chamada na cena. Marcada, chamada, chamada na cena.
All right, so RAV4, so it's the 5th generation, so the 5th time they've made a full model change to the RAV4. They're starting to pick up what was introduced first on their sedans, and with the Prius, this kind of C-shaped headlight. The plug-in hybrid also is making a big leap. Normally plug-in hybrids get 30, 35 miles of all-electric range where it's not using the engine at all. This will get 52 miles of electric range for the plug-in hybrid. It's priced from $31,900 to $45,000 roughly. There's an LE trim is the base trim at $31,900, an SE, an XLE, then the Woodland trim, the XSE, and then the limited trim is the highest. The other thing that Toyota brings, they're on their 4th generation of Toyota Safety Sense. They've made it standard on their vehicles. So from the base trim to the highest trim, you can get Toyota Safety Sense 4.0. It has blind spot monitor, rear traffic alert, emergency braking, maybe adaptive cruise control, a lane keep assist, things like that. I bring it up when you're buying a vehicle, and especially a 2 or 3 year old used vehicle, you should see if it has this package standard on it, because it should be standard at this point. We're going to ping across to the new Mustang at Ford. It was actually introduced a year and a half ago. It's basically just coming from the factory track ready. So it's got the Coyote V8 in it, produces 500 horsepower, 418 pound-feet of torque. It's got 100 horsepower per liter of the engine, so very, very high output, maxed output. 19-inch wheels, Brembo brakes, big rear spoiler, quad-tip exhaust that you can't see. It costs, a couple years ago, it cost $60,000. It's probably with inflation and stuff up to near $70,000 now. This green vehicle is the Ford Maverick, same with the white one here. It received Motor Trend's Truck of the Year this year. It's actually been in the marketplace for over 3 years, so it's kind of significant that on its minor model change, or refresh as they call it, it's getting this award. What's significant about it is the packaging. The engineers always talk about how do we package everything to make the space. And this rear seat in the quad cab has more headroom and more leg room than a Toyota Tacoma does, which is kind of a size up. The Tacoma is 6 inches taller, 6 inches wider, a foot longer. The bed in this, the cargo bed, is 90% the same volume as the Tacoma, but again, in a much tighter package that's here. So it really is a great product, and also there is a hybrid available on it. The hybrid's available now with all the all-wheel drive trims. It initially wasn't. It was only available on some of the front-wheel drive models. It was introduced in the marketplace at the base price of $20,000, which was a killer smoking deal. It was so popular when introduced, they didn't even let you order it for the first model year. Now it's come off, but it's still a very popular product and now receiving these industry awards. It kind of touches on a lot of points here. There's this open cage utility vehicle shown. The wheel well here, the wheel information says it's from GM Defense.
It's like a Russian vehicle.
Well, you know, it's very interesting because GM is the one that owned Hummer originally. There's a Hummer EV. They don't own Hummer anymore. They still make the Hummer EV, all these things. But we're at a consumer auto show, and they're showing something that is meant for GM Defense. So the buzz about it is, well, look, Ford reintroduced Bronco, super popular competing against Wrangler. Is this some hint at like General Motors saying, oh, in the future Chevrolet might have a Bronco competitor, a Wrangler competitor, some sort of open utility vehicle type thing that could compete there? So we're going to go just ping pong across here to the Kia Telluride. It's the first update of the Telluride since it was introduced. It got a lot of Range Rover comparisons when the first generation of it, and so they've kind of stepped into that. They're keeping that goodness of the rear design. When it was introduced to the media, everyone was like, oh, spectacular rear, you know, it looks really gorgeous. People have also compared the front with its blockiness, not just to Range Rover, but the front there is kind of Rolls-Royce-y with this very 90-degree angle, especially from further back. So keeping some of these luxury brand feels to it. Xavier is going to tell us about the Corvette X.
So starting price is $220,000. Fastest GM product. So it produces 1,056 horsepower, and now with the X they added the electric motor, so now it's around 1,256 horsepower. When Hennessy took it on,
Hennessy is like a performance builder.
They dyno tested it. They figured out that
the beer
non-X had 1,056 wheel horsepower. So they figure at the crank it's making around 1,100 and upwards. The wing that they have added will produce an extra 5,658 pounds of downforce. So basically, you can drive this car upside down.
Balcony overhang is this art of motion. That's where all these like one by one customized cars are. I go to Katie's Cars and Coffee over in Great Falls every Saturday, 6 to 9. It's this art of motion where the manufacturers donate vehicles, local artists paint the vehicles, and then they're auctioned off and support local events and groups. It's kind of one by one. A lot of the owners are there. So it's kind of like a car show within a car show, if you will. But it's kind of fun to see because some of them are old BMWs, JDM, Japan domestic market vehicles, right-hand drive vehicles that people have taken and customized. We're starting to get into a lot of the exotic cars are either local car clubs, the DMV car community is a strong community, Lamborghini Washington is a strong kind of car community. So they actually bring Lamborghini of Washington, put some people's personal vehicles, they display them here. Okay. McLaren has been a great success. They keep introducing new models. They go from 5 Series to 6 Series to 7 Series of McLaren. Big buzz about them is, are they going to bring an SUV to compete? They've said internally, we want to be competing with the big guys. We want to compete with Lamborghini. We want to compete with Ferrari. And speaking of Lamborghini, it's a unique point in history for them. They have 2 of their 3 models in the lineup are new in the past year. The orange vehicle here is the Revolto. It replaces the Aventador line. The old Aventadors you can buy used for like $285,000 to $400,000. This starting price of the Revolto is $608,000. It is an electrified product. You can see the charge door is behind the driver door. The middle vehicle, the yellow, is the newest. It's the Temerario. You can see there's this like hexagonal design theme carried out through it. If you could see the exhaust and the taillights, they have that as well. It replaces the Huracan lineup and is priced now it starts $357,000 to $389,000, but can go to $500,000 or $600,000. So Polestar is a brand that was introduced back when Tesla was launched by Volvo. Volvo wanted a luxury brand to compete against. So the Polestar 4, what's significant now is, can you look at the rear of this vehicle? Just see there's something about it that's unique. Yeah, no rear windows. It just uses a camera that's mounted up top so it doesn't get dirty and things like that. So instead of the glass, they have a high definition roof mounted camera, except now the 3 and 4 are made in Volvo's factory in South Carolina. Volvo has a very large factory. It's priced more like $56,000 to a high of $70,000. Some of the initial Polestars were priced more, especially the performance models, more like $90,000 and upwards. Bring back the Volkswagen bus lure, if you will. Big splash in the market. Everybody excited about this. They introduced the concept for bringing back a bus 2011 or something, 2012. Its Achilles heel is its all-electric range is 232 to 240. It doesn't have like the 300-mile range that you might expect from a larger vehicle. It's priced at between $60,000 and $64,000 and just has not sold that well. It got a little bit caught up in tariffs as well. It's made in the commercial vehicle plant in Hanover over in Germany. So it got a little bit, to be fair, caught up in some of the tariff on and off stuff with Europe as well. Jeep Cherokee had a big launch in New York City, I think kind of springtime or late summer. The Cherokee is refreshed finally. Cherokee was very popular when it was brought back before. It's an all hybrid model now and it gets 37 miles per gallon. It's priced starting at $37,000. It's an inline 4 with the hybrid electrical assist. It gets 210 horsepower. Jeeps are known, just like the rest of the Stellantis family, for their Uconnect. They call it Jeep Connect One, and it provides updates to its electronics over the air for software, be it software for the engine management, be it software for the infotainment system, etc.
We're on this vehicle for 44 hours. We kicked this off Friday at 5 p.m. And every 3 hours they get a 15-minute break, but they were here day and night. One key actually starts this brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. All right, let's sit in there. And you have the start-stop button. Oh my goodness, Savannah, you just won a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade! You are the winner of the 2026